Now they've got him, our colleagues in London, up top.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, that is interesting. And Kurt Zouma, who's fresh from his spell at Everton last season, did quite well there. Obviously took him back, and I think it's the same with a few of the players that they had to get back in because of the transfer ban. So they've got Kurt Zouma back.
Managers, each of whom has starred as a player for the club they now lead. Old Trafford to run away from Wan-Bissaka, which is not easily done, because this boy, young Mason Mount, who is fearless and fast, and then get across towards a fantasy start. Pedro.
Easier decisions today, I'm sure.
Abraham, won back by Pedro, taken up by Kovacic. Tammy Abraham has hit the post. He gave that a lot, and he was millimetres shy of a fantasy start. Pedro, he's rather further.
82, Peter. In the media, we jump on everything, don't we?
By Pedro, steaming up is Azpilicueta, and he will get there. Oh, that's Zouma's misplaced pass, and that is Martial, for whom the door opened almost before he knew it. Zouma's the most relieved man in the land.
Well, the word that comes to mind is suicidal. I don't know what he was thinking of. And I'm not sure Aretha can't get in those positions again.
Pereira caught on it. Pedro has prompted Mason Mount, who stung the gloves of De Gea.
He's a confident boy, isn't he, this fella?
Barkley. Pedro. Azpilicueta. And Pedro. At the expense of Kurt Zouma. Anthony Taylor looks sure. Of course, there will be a check, a double check.
Looked a penalty. I must have.
Rashford rockets Manchester United ahead. You don't keep those out. He knew, he just knew. There was a certainty in his strike. And it is Manchester United who strike first in the first big summit meeting of season 19-20. Well, how fresh was slung in by Pereira and came all the way through here to Harry Maguire. Finally squeezed up off Emerson. This is horrible for the goal. It's a smart gather from Martial. Rashford's through the middle. It's Anthony Martial. Lingard let it bounce for Pereira.
Yeah. I wondered if we'd see that. Christensen has gone down. I think the challenge with Pogba.
Good Johnson. I've seen either Good Johnson in the media area today. Back by Barkley, McTominay, and Lingard, and Martial high.
Yeah, still annoyed with himself. He had the earlier one, which was a little weak, and that time he obviously...
It's a terrific fetch from Wan-Bissaka, but he's got more work to do. Now Barkley again. And it's found its way through here to Mason Mount, who got caught, it seems, between two trains of thought.
Yeah. And the pullback wasn't slick either, Peter, because he's actually knocked it in.
Martial now from wide. Shaw. Martial. Pogba got up. Pedro. Barkley. Pogba. Martial. Pogba. Rashford's offside. And I suspect he rather knew it. Of course, it's up for a check.
Yeah, well,
Look back on fondly.
Yeah. But it's actually not the word.
Beautiful city of Perth. This is Pedro. For Chelsea, De Gea plunged, Jorginho into the crowd, and it's excusable. Pedro, Kovacic, Jorginho, too much for Mount, but it's come here to Emerson, who has struck the frame of the goal.
Well, Wan-Bissaka and Lindelof got in a muddle. There has to be some communication, because I think Wan-Bissaka thought Lindelof was going to deal with this, and he didn't.
Pedro on the dash, Barkley in space. It's Ross Barkley for Chelsea. De Gea plunged, Jorginho into the crowd, and it skews away for a Chelsea throw.
Well, I think he...
Shaw. It's Martial. Awkward for Emerson. Martial has Piliqueta in retreat. Shaw has gone beyond him. It's Luke Shaw. And Shaw lifts it forward for Martial to chase. Hardly needs an introduction. The scorer of a hat-trick. Kovacic. It's the adventurous spread. Pedro is going to get there. Dash. Flung in by Mount. Abraham is up with... And now Pedro. Pedro looking to curl one.
Yeah, well, Mount made a lovely little move to the right-hand side, and I thought Pedro was going to use it. Barkley protect.
Pogba pulled wide. Pogba and Maguire. And Pereira went wide for Wan-Bissaka, who can lift in his cross. And by Emerson. That's Piliqueta. Now by Wan-Bissaka. It's come to Emerson!
The shot from Emerson. He gets a good look at it. You know, Barkley's gone across.
They had nowhere to go. Rashford saw to that. Promised much.
Well, the one thing we shouldn't do is start comparing him to a man who played in that position for Chelsea.
Gareth Southgate was certainly one of those who appreciated what Harry Lingard. But Pereira is here for United. It's Pereira's cross. It's Martial. It's 2-0 United in front of the Stretford end. And all is bright for those who feel red. Number 9 on his back, and he is doing the job from the off.
Well, Chelsea conceding the penalty in the first half was...
Emerson's space. It's Emerson's cross. But here is Rashford.